Hi there. Imagine you are working in an organization which has offices all over the world and you collect data in different formats. That can be your structured data, unstructured data, and semi-structured data. Now your organization is trying to move into the e-commerce platform, and for that you need to make some data-driven decisions. You need to collect the data from all over the places and you need to ingest into a certain place. And that place you are going to utilize to analyze your data. Now the question comes, what kind of service you should use over there, how you can perform the analytics operation over there. And since the data is huge, that means you also would like to use a service which can give you instantaneous results. So how can you do that? Well, welcome to another episode of Analytics with Azure Services, and in this video I'm going to talk about Azure Data Explorer. What is it, what are the features about it, and how can you use it with Microsoft Power BI? Everything you are going to get to know in this video. So if you would like to know more, stay tuned with me till the end of this video. My name is Ajay Kumar and I create all the contents on Microsoft Azure and Microsoft Power BI. This is a series where we are talking about how to perform analytics with the help of Azure services. So in this video, we are going to talk about Azure Data Explorer. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Let's first talk about Azure Data Explorer. What is it? Well guys, Azure Data Explorer is a big data analytics platform that makes it easy to analyze high volumes of data in near real time. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you can analyze enormous amount of data with the help of Azure Data Explorer. The Azure Data Explorer toolbox gives you an end-to-end solution of data ingestion, query, visualization, and management. Now, question comes, how to understand your big data, or what are the key features? Now, I hope that you are already working on the big data. So Azure Data Explorer is going to help you to understand this big data. For example, your log analytics. You can analyze all the different patterns in your log analytics, and that you can further use to enhance the cybersecurity in your organization. And how is that? Basically, you can analyze the log analytics, and on the top of that, you can create different reports using Microsoft Power BI. And that's going to help you. How many people have already left your organization but still have the access? Or how many people are about to leave the organization, and there can be much more data from the log analytics. So this can come under identity and access management framework. So basically you get all those data and you can use it to analyze further, and that can help you to improve the cybersecurity or security of your data inside your organization. Now, what are the key features of Azure Data Explorer? Let's discuss. The very first comes the data velocity, variety, and volume. Azure Data Explorer can ingest terabytes of data in minutes in batch or streaming mode, and petabytes of data can be queried with results returned within milliseconds to seconds. So that's how it's really important. You would get a very user-friendly language over there. That means you can work with the Kusto. So if you don't know what is Kusto query language, then I'll provide you a link in the description section and you can go there and check that out. Azure Data Explorer, also known as Kusto. In Azure Data Explorer, you can use Kusto query language or KQL to analyze the different patterns of the data. Also, you can perform advanced analytics with the help of Azure Data Explorer. You can use Azure Data Explorer or ADX for time series analysis with a large set of functions. Adding, subtracting time series, filtering, regression, seasonality detection, geospatial analysis, anomaly detection, scanning and forecasting, and much more. So you can perform all these advanced analytics inside the Azure Data Explorer. It is a very easy to use wizard. The ingestion wizard makes the data ingestion process easy, fast, and intuitive. I'm going to show you a quick demo as well, how you can use KQL over there inside the Azure Data Explorer, and also how you can ingest the data very easily in Azure Data Explorer. Azure Data Explorer is versatile data visualization tool. And what does that mean? That simply means that the data visualization helps you to gain important insights. And with the help of Azure Data Explorer, you can use a variety of data visualization tools such as Power BI, ODBC Spot for Tableau, ClickSense, SciSense. Also, you can use Grafana and Kibana with Azure Data Explorer. Next, it's going to help you to automatic ingest, process, and export. That means Azure Data Explorer supports server-side store functions, continuous ingest, and continuous export to Azure Data Lake Store. It also supports ingestion and time mapping transformations on server-side, update policies, and pre-computed schedule aggregates with materialized views. So everything you can do it over here. Last but not least, integration with other services. With the help of Azure Data Explorer, you can integrate easily and seamlessly with other tools in all aspects of your workflow, such as ingestion, visualization, orchestration, and monitoring. Now we are going to move further and we are going to move to the demo part where I'm going to show you how you can create Azure Data Explorer Cluster and how you can ingest the data in that. So right now I'm on my Azure portal. Once you are going to log in into your Azure portal, similar to this interface is going to appear over there. Let's suppose you want to create a fresh cluster for Azure Data Explorer. So let's go over there, search it, and here you can see that Azure Data Explorer Cluster. I have already created one, BCP demo ADX one, but you can also create a new one. Simply click on this create button. It would take some time, and over there you have to select your subscription, then resource group where you would like to create, and you have to give it a name. So let it give XXX demo, and then you can select the region. These are very simple steps. Now coming to the workload, over here you have to select what kind of workload you want to do that, whether you want a storage optimized, compute optimized, or dev test. So let's select dev test, and then you can simply go for review and create. However, there are certain other options, whether you want to do it manually scale up and down or you want to go with the auto scale. Then configuration as well, whether you want to use it for streaming ingestion, enable purge, auto stop cluster, etc. So you would find under these different options. So please select it according to your own requirement. And after that, you have to simply click on this review and create. Although I'm not going to create it because I already have one. So I'm not going to go for this step. So let me just cancel it. Click on OK. And now let's go to this one. So as soon as you are going to log in over here into your resource group, so you would find this kind of interface over there. Here you would get all the options, and please do remember that you need to copy this if you want to connect with Microsoft Power BI or any other data visualization tool. So always copy this from here, which is your URI. So please don't forget to copy this one. Now, if you want to create a database, you can simply come over here and you can create a database. For example, I have created two databases. One is AdventureWorks, another is Movie One. So if you would like to create one, simply come here, give it a name and what kind of retention period you want, and simply that click. Done. So over here, first we created one cluster for Azure Data Explorer, and after that, what we have done, we have created one database. Now question comes, if you have to ingest the data into your database, how you are going to do that? After creating your Azure Data Lake Explorer cluster, then you can come to your homepage and you would find where you have created it. So in the recent resources, you can find your cluster name. So like that over here, I can click it and I'll get all these information over here. Over here, you can find that you can create a database and you can ingest the data as well. If you don't find it over here, you can click on this data tab and here you would find all the different operations that you would like to perform. Also, you would find these tutorials and demos, so please don't forget to check that out. It's really helpful and you can learn free of cost everything regarding Azure Data Lake Explorer. So in this video, I'm just going to show you how you can ingest the data. For example, you want to ingest the data into your database. So let's click on this one. So now you have to first select your cluster name, which is my BCP demo ADX.central.us. Now you have to select your database. So my database first was MovieDB. Another one, I can select AdventureWorks. And here I say I want to create a new table. And let's say fact internet sales table. That's all you have to do. Once that, then you have to click next and you have to drop your file over here. That's all you need to do. Then it's gonna ingest that table and create a table in that particular workspace. So this is a very simple way to ingest the data over there, although there can be a lot of more ways to do that. For example, using Azure Data Factory, you can directly copy, or maybe you are going to use any other method to ingest the data over there. That can be your IoT device or any other. So we are not going to go over there. So this was the process how to create your Azure Data Explorer cluster and how to create a database inside that, and then how to ingest the data over there. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to run some of the queries against the database that I have created and we'll see how it looks like. Let's come over here. So here I have already certain queries and it's pretty simple. You can simply run these queries or the KQL queries against your database. So over here, my database is MovieDB where I have this table Disney Plus, and inside that these are the different columns. So you can even expand it if you would like to see more. Now I can simply say, okay, I want to see all the data from this table. I'll just say run and it's going to run, and now you can see all the data is appearing over here. Now you would get certain options as well. You want to see inline, below, right, etc., how much time it took, and then if you would like to see further statistics also, you would get all those options over here and you can have a look. However, if you would like to run certain more operations on that and you want to further improve the query, you can even show the count over here. For example, here I'm checking the country where is United States and the year between 1971 to 2022. That's all. So here you can see my count is 852. After that, if you would like to see only the 5 rows of data, then also you can see that I just written it over here, take 5, and I'm going to run this. Similar to that, if I would like to see the selected columns from that, then again I can run this query. But remember that first of all you have to write your table name, then where clause, and then project means like a select statement. So you are selecting the number of columns that you would like to run over here. So it's going to give me these columns. So this is a very simple KQL queries that I'm running against that, but of course there can be much more complex. But in your case, you have to see what is the requirement and how you would like to run. This is not a complete Azure Data Explorer tutorial. It's just a way I'm introducing you to the analytics services in Azure and how you can use them with Microsoft Power BI. Now coming to the point of Power BI, if you would like to use your query directly into Power BI, how you can do that? So if you would like to use this query into Microsoft Power BI, one way is just to copy it and then paste it over there. Like for example, what you can do, you can copy this one and we are going to paste it later, so don't worry about that. And now you can click on this download option. So once you click on download, it has been downloaded as .kql. So you can simply open this file and can see the query over there. Otherwise, you can simply click on query to Power BI. Once you do that, so you have to see certain steps that how you can query to Power BI, then you have to use it. And here it's going to show you some of the prerequisite what you needed to run into Microsoft Power BI. Basically, it's the same way, you just need to paste it over there in a blank query, nothing else. Now, as I mentioned, I just copied this query and I want to run it to Microsoft Power BI. How can I do that? For that, I need two things. First, I need the cluster address, which is the URI, as I mentioned previously, and then my query. So let me first go over there and copy this query. So I just copy this query. Now I'm going to move to my Microsoft Power BI desktop. So here's my Microsoft Power BI desktop, and in this one I have to go and get data from Azure Data Explorer. So let me see over here, and here I need to type Azure Data Explorer. So here you can see that Azure Data Explorer, also known as Custo. Click on this connect, and here I can paste my query. But you need to also mention first of all cluster name here, and then secondly optional database. We are going to mention both. So my database name is MovieDB, and cluster name I need to copy. So let me just copy from there. So in order to get the cluster name, I'm going to get it from here, and I'll just copy this one URI. That's it. Now go back, and I'm here and I just paste it. That's all I need to do. However, there are some advanced options as well that you can select. So over here, you can limit your query result by mentioning the number of rows that you want to limit over here, and you can also limit in terms of data size, etc. But the important point over here, whether you want to connect in the import mode or direct query mode. So I'm going to connect in import mode, but if you want to connect with the direct query mode, you can do that. So click OK. Once you click OK, it's going to show me this. However, for you, it may ask you to first sign in, and you need to sign in with your organizational account. And I recommend you to use the same username that you are using for Power BI, the same for the Azure services. That's going to help you a lot. There won't be any problem. So now you can see that my data is over there. If I want to transform it, I can transform it, and I can just simply click over here. Then I can do the transformation over here. For example, over here show ID, it's showing me like the text, and which is the text ideally. Then there is a type, it's going to be the text, and rest is just text, and simply click close and apply. Or if you would like to directly paste the new query, you can also do that as I mentioned you before over there. So close and apply. That's all you need to do. In this video, we have learned what is Azure Data Explorer, what are the different components of Azure Data Explorer, how does it work, what are the features of Azure Data Explorer, how to create a new cluster for Azure Data Explorer on Azure Services or Azure Portal, then how to create a database, and then we also ingest the data into Azure Data Explorer. After that, we learned how to run KQL queries, how to write KQL queries, and how to get the data from that. Once we done that, then we connected Microsoft Power BI with Azure Data Explorer. Now, I hope you have clear understanding about Azure Data Explorer. What is it, what are the features it's coming with, and how to utilize those features. If you have to use it, then you can make your decision now. Also, you can compare with the other analytics services provided by the Azure, and you can compare, and then you can decide which service is going to be the best suitable for you. If you have any question and concern, please don't forget to let us know. And also, if you are over here for the very first time, please don't forget to subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon for all the latest videos and updates. See you in the next video.